Chess. Chess is not just a game, it's a battlefield of the mind. On a simple 8x8 grid, two players engage in a complex dance of strategy, foresight, and calculated risk. Each piece moves uniquely, embodying different strengths and weaknesses, much like the diverse roles in a real army. The game's beauty lies in its perfect balance of simplicity and complexity. The rules are straightforward enough for a child to learn, yet the possible combinations of moves are so vast that even supercomputers haven't solved the game. This depth allows for endless creativity and personal style in play. Chess is a mirror of life itself. It teaches patience, planning, and the consequences of our decisions. Every move ripples across the board, affecting future possibilities. It's a lesson in resource management, sacrifice, and the art of seeing several steps ahead. Moreover, chess transcends cultural and linguistic barriers. It's played in bustling city parks and quiet living rooms across the globe. In its silent battles, we find a universal language of logic and strategy. In a world of instant gratification, chess stands as a testament to the rewards of deep thinking and long-term planning. It's not just about winning, it's about the journey of growth and self-discovery with each game played. Monopoly. Monopoly is more than just a board game, it's a microcosm of capitalism. As players roll the dice and traverse the board, they engage in a cutthroat world of property acquisition, development, and financial strategy. It's a game that transforms kitchen tables into miniature real estate empires. At its core, Monopoly is a lesson in economic principles. It teaches concepts like supply and demand, rent-seeking behavior, and the power of monopolies. The game's genius lies in how it simplifies complex economic ideas into tangible experiences. But Monopoly is also a social experiment. It reveals human nature in the face of wealth and poverty. Some players become ruthless tycoons, while others adopt a more cooperative approach. Family dynamics and friendships are tested as fortunes rise and fall with each roll of the dice. The game's enduring popularity speaks to our fascination with wealth and success. It allows us to live out fantasies of being real estate moguls, if only for a few hours. Yet it also serves as a cautionary tale about the pitfalls of unchecked greed. In a broader sense, Monopoly reflects the society it was born into. Created during the Great Depression, it offered a way for people to playfully engage with financial concepts during tough economic times. Today, it continues to evolve, mirroring changes in our economic landscape.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more topics you love.
Scrabble. Scrabble is not just a game of words, it's a celebration of language itself. As players lay tiles on the board, they're not just scoring points, they're crafting a linguistic tapestry. Each game is a unique intersection of vocabulary, strategy, and chance. At its heart, Scrabble is about the power of knowledge. It rewards not just those who know many words, but those who can strategically deploy them. The game teaches the value of both breadth and depth in language skills, encouraging players to expand their lexical horizons. But Scrabble is more than a test of vocabulary. It's a spatial puzzle, requiring players to see potential words in seemingly random letter combinations. It teaches adaptability, as players must constantly adjust their strategies based on the ever-changing board and their available letters. The game also offers profound life lessons. It teaches resource management, as players decide when to play safe and when to risk their best letters for a high-scoring word. It demonstrates how constraints, in this case, the letters on your rack, can foster creativity. Scrabble's global popularity highlights the universal human love for language play. Across different languages and cultures, people find joy in the challenge of forming words and outsmarting opponents. In our digital age, Scrabble reminds us of the enduring power and pleasure of words. It's not just about winning, it's about the joy of discovery with each word played. Risk. Risk is more than a board game, it's a geopolitical simulator that unfolds on your tabletop. As players maneuver their armies across a world map, they engage in a grand strategy of global domination. It's a game that transforms living rooms into war rooms, and friends into rival world leaders. At its core, Risk is about balance. Players must balance aggression with defense, expansion with consolidation. It teaches the art of diplomacy, as temporary alliances form and dissolve in the face of changing fortunes. The game mirrors real-world international relations in its complexity and unpredictability. Risk is also a lesson in probability and risk assessment. Each battle is decided by dice rolls, introducing an element of chance that can upset even the best-laid plans. This randomness teaches players to adapt to changing circumstances and to never take victory for granted. The game's enduring appeal lies in its blend of strategy and drama. Epic reversals of fortune can occur in a single turn, keeping players engaged until the very end. It's a testament to the game's design that it can create such tension with simple components. In a broader sense, Risk offers a sandbox for exploring geopolitical theories. It raises questions about the nature of power, the consequences of aggression, and the challenges of maintaining a global empire. Settlers of Catan. Settlers of Catan is not just a game, it's a journey of civilization building condensed into a tabletop experience. As players compete to develop their settlements on a resource-rich island, they engage in a delicate balance of cooperation and competition that mirrors real-world economics and diplomacy. At its heart, Catan is about resource management and strategic development. Players must decide how to best use their limited resources, whether to focus on expansion, development, or a mix of both. This teaches valuable lessons about long-term planning and adapting strategies to changing circumstances. But Catan's true genius lies in its social dynamics. The game's trade mechanic forces players to interact, negotiate, and sometimes manipulate each other. It's a microcosm of international trade relations, where today's trading partner might be tomorrow's fierce competitor. The element of chance, represented by dice rolls determining resource production, adds an element of unpredictability. This teaches players to manage risk and adapt to fortune's whims, much like in real-life business and politics. Catan's modular board ensures that each game is unique, keeping the experience fresh and challenging. This variability, combined with the game's perfect balance of luck and strategy, has made it a gateway for many into the world of modern board gaming. In essence, Settlers of Catan is more than entertainment, it's a sandbox for exploring economic theories, social dynamics, and the challenges of building a thriving civilization. Ticket to Ride. Ticket to Ride is not just a board game, it's a journey across continents, a race against time, and a test of strategic route planning. As players compete to build railway routes connecting cities, they engage in a delicate balance of risk-taking, long-term planning, and adaptability. At its core, Ticket to Ride is about connecting points on a map, but it represents so much more. It's a game of opportunity cost, where every decision to claim a route means foregoing another. This mirrors real-life decision-making, where resources are limited and choices have consequences. The game's genius lies in its accessibility coupled with strategic depth. The rules are simple enough for newcomers to grasp quickly, yet the game offers enough complexity for experienced players to develop sophisticated strategies. This balance has made it a favorite for both families and gaming enthusiasts. Ticket to Ride also teaches valuable lessons about geography and spatial reasoning. As players trace routes across familiar and unfamiliar landscapes, they gain a deeper appreciation for the connectedness of our world. The element of hidden information, in the form of secret destination tickets, adds tension and excitement. Players must decide whether to play it safe and complete shorter routes or risk it all for longer, more rewarding connections. This risk-reward dynamic keeps the game engaging until the final turn. In essence, Ticket to Ride is more than just entertainment, it's a journey of discovery, strategy, and exploration condensed into a tabletop experience. Carcassonne. Carcassonne is not just a game, it's a medieval landscape that unfolds tile by tile before your eyes. As players place tiles and claim features, they're not just scoring points, but actively shaping the world of the game. It's a unique blend of competitive city building and collaborative mapmaking. At its heart, Carcassonne is about spatial reasoning and opportunistic strategy. Each tile placement is a puzzle, requiring players to consider not just their immediate gain, but how it might benefit or hinder opponents. This teaches valuable lessons about long-term thinking and the ripple effects of our decisions. The game's genius lies in its simplicity and depth. The basic rules are easily grasped, but mastering the nuances of optimal tile and meeple placement takes time. This accessibility coupled with strategic depth has made it a staple in the modern board gaming world. Carcassonne also offers a lesson in resource management. Players must decide when to commit their limited meeples to features, balancing the potential for high scores against the risk of tying up their workers for too long. This mirrors real-world decisions about investment and risk. The game's modular nature ensures that each playthrough is unique, keeping the experience fresh and engaging. As the landscape grows, so does the story of each game, creating a shared narrative among players. In essence, Carcassonne is more than just a game, it's a canvas for creativity, a test of foresight, and a journey through an ever-changing medieval world. Pandemic. Pandemic is not just a board game, it's a global crisis simulator that unfolds on your tabletop. As players work together to combat the spread of diseases, they engage in a high-stakes race against time. It's a game that transforms kitchen tables into emergency response centers. At its core, Pandemic is about cooperation and resource management under pressure. Players must coordinate their unique abilities, share limited resources, and make tough decisions about where to focus their efforts. This mirrors real-world crisis management, teaching valuable lessons about teamwork and prioritization. The game's genius lies in its ability to create tension and urgency. The diseases spread dynamically, creating a constantly evolving threat that keeps players on their toes. This unpredictability teaches adaptability and the importance of contingency planning. Pandemic also offers profound insights into global interconnectedness. As diseases spread across continents, players see firsthand how events in one part of the world can quickly impact another. This fosters a global perspective that's increasingly relevant in our interconnected world. The cooperative nature of the game is perhaps its most revolutionary aspect. In a gaming landscape often dominated by competition, Pandemic shows that working together can be just as engaging and rewarding as working against each other. In essence, Pandemic is more than just entertainment, it's a lesson in global cooperation, crisis management, and the delicate balance of our global health systems. Dominion. Dominion is not just a card game, it's a kingdom-building simulator that unfolds through the strategic acquisition of cards. As players construct their decks, they're not just drawing and playing cards, but actively shaping the engine of their realm's growth and power. At its heart, Dominion is about efficiency and optimization. Players must decide which cards to add to their deck, balancing immediate needs with long-term strategy. This teaches valuable lessons about resource management and the importance of planning for the future. The game's genius lies in its vast replayability. With a multitude of kingdom cards to choose from, each game presents a unique puzzle to solve. This variety keeps the game fresh and challenging, rewarding players who can quickly adapt their strategies to new situations. Dominion also offers insights into economic principles. As players build their deck, they must manage an economy of actions, buys, and money. This mirrors real-world economic decisions about investment, production, and consumption. The game's innovative deck-building mechanic has had a profound impact on the board gaming world, spawning numerous imitators and variations. It represents a paradigm shift in game design, where the game itself evolves as you play. In essence, Dominion is more than just a game. It's a sandbox for exploring strategic decision-making, a lesson in efficiency and optimization, and a journey through the challenges of building and managing a thriving kingdom. Terraforming Mars. Terraforming Mars is not just a board game, it's a grand simulation of planetary transformation. As players take on the role of corporations working to make Mars habitable, they engage in a complex dance of resource management, technological advancement, and environmental manipulation. At its core, the game is about long-term planning and adaptation. Players must balance immediate needs with far-reaching goals, much like real-world projects of immense scale. It teaches valuable lessons about the interconnectedness of systems and the far-reaching consequences of our actions. The game's genius lies in its scientific grounding. Based on real theories about terraforming, it offers players a glimpse into the challenges and possibilities of interplanetary colonization. This blend of science and strategy creates a uniquely engaging and educational experience. Terraforming Mars also offers insights into corporate competition and cooperation. Players must decide when to compete and when to collaborate, mirroring the complex dynamics of real-world corporate interactions in frontier-pushing industries. The game's vast array of cards and possible strategies ensures high replayability. Each game tells a unique story of Mars transformation, with players shaping not just the planet's physical features, but its economy, society, and ecology. In essence, Terraforming Mars is more than just entertainment. It's a journey through scientific possibilities, a lesson in long-term planning, and a sandbox for exploring the challenges and triumphs of shaping an entire world. Codenames. Codenames is not just a party game, it's a linguistic puzzle that challenges players to think laterally and communicate precisely. As teams compete to identify their agents through one-word clues, they engage in a delicate dance of association and deduction. At its heart, Codenames is about the nuances of language and communication. Spymasters must craft clues that connect multiple words while avoiding those that might lead to the opposing team's words or, worse, the assassin. This teaches valuable lessons about the power and limitations of language. The game's genius lies in its simplicity and depth. The rules are easy to grasp, making it accessible to a wide range of players. Yet, the challenge of finding the perfect clue or deciphering a cryptic one offers endless depth and replayability. Codenames also offers insights into how different people think and associate ideas. It reveals the unique mental connections we make, often leading to moments of surprise and delight when teammates interpret clues in unexpected ways. The competitive aspect adds tension and excitement, but the game's true joy often comes from the shared experience of wordplay and creative thinking. It fosters communication and teamwork, as players must attune themselves to their teammates' thought processes. In essence, Codenames is more than just a game. It's a celebration of language, a test of communication skills, and a window into the fascinating ways our minds connect ideas.